Hello there, and welcome to this session doing some tactics on chesstempo.com. Mm, King a2, bishop takes b3, b4, and and am I winning? Check, check. The king goes to c3. All right, so king a2, bishop takes, knight check, king c3, and knight d5 check, king c4, knight f4. Knight f4 holding everything. Yeah. Boom, 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 and here. So I hold the d5 square. So if ever this, then I can just take. And if ever this, 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 here, here, and if he pushes the pawn, let's just imagine that somehow this position arrives. If he pushes the pawn, I can actually take. It takes, and do I want to go ahead and push, or do I want to sack later? Push. I have to take now. That position would never arrive, though. That's the thing. The king would be there. Threatening rook takes g7 in this position. Okay, there's queen f2, queen f2, queen f2, king c3. Queen takes check. Um, what else is there? Queen b3, king d2. I think that's the wrong direction. I think it's queen f2, and then I just clear the whole house. Queen f2, king c3, almost forced. He would have what other square? If queen f2, he would also have king d3. Is bishop b3 worth considering? Bishop b3, king b1, queen check, king c1, queen c2 mate. Queen takes g1 mate. Queen takes g1 mate. Yeah, okay, that was the more direct mate. A little bit blind there. It has to be said, I was a little bit blind there. Queen g7, rook f8 mate. It's just a good old boy. It's one of your basic tactics. One of your basic tactics positions. Threatening queen c2 mates. Queen b8, king e8, e7. Queen b8, king e7, and I really don't have anything else. So queen check, king e8. Am I convinced it's a check? Yeah, I am convinced it's a check. I wasn't. Usually you should do a little bit of like homework. You know, like, is it a check? Is it like what checks do you have? What hanging pieces are there? What's the material equality? But sometimes I get a little bit too trigger happy. Mm. Knight e6, and if pawn... Okay, well, let's do what I was just talking about. These are slightly hanging pieces. The rook on a8's also under attack. I'd love to play like knight e6, pawn e6, rook f1, or something along that vein. There's knight a8, bishop f8, queen c8. King e7, rook e1, almost mate. He has to give up the queen. Yeah, that's the best I see, to be honest. I don't see a direct mate. That's a weird, is it seriously going to say that I lose the problem if I play rook d2? Queen check, king g1, king f1. King f1, rook check is mate. So queen check, king h1 forced. After which I'd love to get in something like queen takes d4. But the knight's in the way. And he's pretty far from threatening something like smothered mate or something like that. But then again, my opponent has no checks. So a quiet move is not uncalled for. Let's go with queen takes e3, king h1, knight f5, threatening both queen e1 mates, as well as the rook on d4, the full rook. Okay, so in this position, he's saying queen e1, and he's going to play rook f1. So he's offering me the rook this way. Yeah. And I'm not threatening mate anymore, but I do have a full rook. Black to move, black to move, black to move, black to move. Hey, I'm not doing so bad. I'm not as stupid as one might think. That's a piece. That is a piece. It's really funny, actually. At the end of this line, I have queen h8, bishop takes h6, bishop, bishop takes h6, bishop, h7, queen h8, and because the bishop covers the g8 square, I'm doing all right. Rook g8, bishop g8, pawn g8, queen g8. Pawn g8 comes with check, so I can't take on h1. Yeah, this is fine. That's a strange move. Knight d7 is my idea. I'm sorry, knight d7, knight d8, defending f7. Let's do a couple more problems. Actually, let's say this is the last problem. It's got to be mate really quick. Come on, mate him really quick. Queen e7, queen e7, king h2, queen check, king h1, queen c1 mate. In this position, queen check king. I don't want to give the king that space. I don't want to let the king out. Queen c1, queen c1, queen c1, queen c1. There we go. All right, we did it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for joining me on my chess journey. And until the next time, good luck.